It's Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You, testing out this lapel mic and something called Taja AI. So the goal is pretty simple, right? The goal is to make sales simple. I want to help people that are good at what they do, but hate selling what they do, grow their business. We do that in a couple ways: workshops, speaking, digital courses. I wrote a book called Eight Steps to Sales Success, and we want to make it easy for people to be the best version of themselves and also show up for their business in a way where they're operating in abundance. And the document the journey, so I'll post this on a YouTube video first. It might be some other places, but I want to document the journey as I build this business, as I gain more clarity. If you go to the channel and search clarity, there's a great exercise in there to help you say, okay, how do I explain what it is I do? And I want to document my journey as I do it for myself, as I grow my business, as I hope that it will help someone else learn from it and get there a little smoother and faster. So I'm going to share the tools that I use, software, equipment, techniques, and I want to have a pretty transparent story or journey. So that a year from now, and they're like, "Hey, how'd you do it?" I'm like, "I showed you. Walk with me hand in hand." And it's also a bit of accountability for me because it's real easy. If you don't post daily, who's going to notice? Who's going to call you out? And I think easy to do is easy not to do. It just takes 60 seconds, right? A video, introduce yourself, talk about a problem you solved, talk about a client you worked with, tell a story from your own life where you overcame a challenge that you want to help others, right? It takes 60 seconds and then post it. Edit captions, what do you call those? Subtitles, whatever. Those are all useful, but is that really stopping you from taking action? And so when I make these videos, it's not just for you, which I hope it helps you, but it's for me as well, where I'm going to hold myself accountable to grow because I know the better I am, the better I can serve you. And so I think I'll stop it there as far as a conversation. My goal is to help 2,500 businesses achieve sales success. That's the big picture. That's the vision. Ultimately, like, how do we reduce the number of businesses that fail in that first year, that 5 year, that 10-year mark? And how do we increase the number of businesses that succeed? So when I talk about sales success, that means you have more than enough income, right? Profit, not just revenue, but profit to reinvest into your business, to hire well, to automate parts of your business, so you can enjoy life, so that you don't have to look at the prices every time you go out. And I really want that success for more people. I don't think it's too far away. I don't think it's too difficult. And I don't think you have to uh, have a lot of luck. I think that with some organized, consistent intention and a good coach, you can get there. And that's the mission. That's what I've done for my own business. Where at one point I wasn't working 9 to 5. I wasn't up to. So business kept the lights on, and that was a really good feeling that the business saved me from being evicted, from being homeless. But I also realized it's not a great place to build a business from, where you're operating. It's that scarcity, a level of urgency, where you don't have extra. You don't have time to be creative. You don't have the mental energy to be creative, and that can be very, very draining. So just full transparent. Well, this video is recorded February 1st, 2025. I do work at 9 to 5, amazing company, and I plan to be there for a long time, and continue to support the mission to help 2,500 businesses achieve sales success. My goal is being successful in my 9 to 5 role. Right? I don't want to sell them short. I want to hold my responsibilities, do well. I have a goal to hit President's Club, or they call it something else there. I think they call it Pinnacle Summit. So I want to do well in that and that build a successful business. So that means I have to be a lot more strategic about my business planning. I have to be more intentional about my day-to-day activities. And I really want a lot more people to operate from a space that's building a business on purpose, not out of necessity, not out of scarcity. And having a high level of urgency, say, hey, look, I've only got an hour to work on this as my lunch break, right? I want to get back. Or hey, I'm going to work on this on the weekend. Because ultimately what happens is people leave a W-2 job to start a business, and they really just change change jobs. They didn't really start a business, they just got a different job. And building a business versus creating a job for yourself has been a lot different process. And that's where, coming back and say, hey, I'm Bruce Hill, make sales simple. Okay. Well, what does that mean? That means we're making it easier for you to hear yes from those clients you want to work with, right? Well, how do you do that? There's a lot of ways you can accomplish that goal. But ultimately, I realized that if I help people grow, then the business grows. So sometimes that's the individual, that entrepreneur, the solopreneur. I think that represents about 80% or more of small businesses, right? They have less than 5 employees, many of those being that one. Um, and then it could be a larger corporation, right? I particularly do well with professional services businesses, folks that are selling something you can't touch, you really can't take home. And I do well with them because I help them gain clarity. Like, how do we articulate what we do? And we help them to have confidence in sharing the value of what they do. And then we help them to be concise in sharing that as well. So now it becomes compelling. Now we're changing the conversations. One of my favorite trainings I've done is turning conversations to clients. Right? How do we do that in a natural, um, conversational way where you're not being that slimy salesperson, the killer closer, the master manipulator? You are being an authentic version of yourself that hears yes more often. So I'm really excited for what we have in store. So what's going to happen is there'll be two versions of this video. One will be the full length, me rambling. One will be chopped up using some tools like Taj.ai. I'll put that down there because I want you to use it. And what else? Oh, hopefully this lapel mic's caught all the audio. Cross your fingers there so I'm not just talking to myself for 7 minutes. But ultimately, man, I'm rooting for your success as an entrepreneur, as a leader, as a business owner. And if I can help you make sales simple, please don't hesitate to reach out.